Dear students, in this video, I will explain you the chapter The Fun They Had, taken from the Class 9 book of Beehive. Now, the theme of the story is the contrast between the conventional education system of today and an imaginary education system of the future. Now itself, during this period of pandemic, a lot of change has come in the education system. Students are unable to go to school, and most of the time they are taking their lessons by involving themselves in online classes. This story is set in the future where children do not go to school but study at home through computers. There are no other children for company, and the computer, which is the tutor, is indifferent and calm. So, students, you can yourselves feel that as you are not able to go to school, you are not able to meet your friends. So, there is no one around you, especially of your age, with whom you can share your thoughts or with whom you can play. Now, in this story, two children, Margie and Tommy, discuss the system of the past and imagine the fun those children must have had going to a school building, studying with other children, and talking to a live teacher. So, in future, how the education system would be, that has been imagined by the author and described in this story. This story is set in the year 2157. A 13-year-old boy, Tommy, finds a fascinating real book in the attic of his house. That is a room which is present in the roof of the house. There he found a book. He shows the book to Margie. It is very different from the kind of book they are used to reading. The book has printed pages. They read it and find that the book is about schools. Margie wonders why someone would write about school, as she hates her school. Tommy tells Margie that the schools were a special building where students would go and a human being would teach, give homework and tests. All the children in a class were of the same age and learned the same things. The children studied together and went to school together. Margie and Tommy only read books that move on a television screen. That is what is the computer. Now, The things that they read or studied or learned, everything was visible on the screen. And this was different from the real books or the printed pages that they found, that is, Tommy found in the attic. Now, the school that they read about in the book really surprised them. The children, they studied together, went to school together. But what did Margie and Tommy do? They only read books that move on a television screen. Margie's school is next to the bedroom in her house. The school has a mechanical teacher that teaches the students, gives them homework and tests. The teacher is not a human being, but a big screen. Once the teacher even developed a fault. After all, it's a mechanical teacher, it's a machine. Margie's mother called for the county inspector, who was a technician who opened the teacher up and fixed the fault. Margie had hoped her teacher would be taken away, but that does not happen. Actually, she was expecting that for some days or maybe for weeks she would be relieved from that mechanical teacher and that she could enjoy that period of time, but it did not happen. Her teacher was immediately repaired by the county inspector. Margie had hoped her teacher would be taken away, but so sad, it did not happen. Margie actually hates her school and thinks about all the fun children had in the school described in the book in the past. How the children of same ages sat together and how they all enjoyed together. So she thought of the schools that used to occur in the past and she felt very bad, as she felt that she was missing that type of school, that real school that existed in the past. And she hoped to study in such a type of school by visiting the school building. So that is what is there in the chapter, the fun they had, and therefore the title of the story, the fun they had, is absolutely justified. Here they is represented to the children who went to school and how the children they enjoyed in the school by studying together, learning together, has been described in the story. So the title is also justified. And Tommy and Margie, they were absolutely lonely as they had to stay at home and just study on the computer. They had no one to share their thoughts with, no one to play with, and no one with whom they could just share the problems, solve the problems together, and study together. So that's all in this video, dear students. Please read the chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.